item to report. For those of you that were at the TWG last month, you'll remember that there was a short presentation on Port Time, which is a brand new in development smartphone application, the purpose of which is to link everyone, all the truckers and dispatchers and everyone in port drayage, to link everyone with a given communications channel, communication technology through text function, as well as for the potential for truck dispatching, and also GPS capability and a recording of turn times at the marine terminals, so a number of different functions. So you may recall that presentation. So West State Alliance is just now, for the very first time, announcing that we have entered into a partnership with Port Time, the application, and for Port Time that will allow them regular and authoritative information about conditions at the port that will be put out on their system to users of the app. And for West State Alliance and OT511 port traffic information, this gives us another channel of information that we can use to get that info out to you and your drivers with respect to traffic conditions and scheduling and such things at the marine terminals. And at least our way of thinking is that in the not too distant future, there should be no reason whatsoever why everyone here isn't really wired or at least wirelessly connected through this system and avails themselves of OT511 information and all the other functionality that is part of the Port Time application. So again, this is the first time we're announcing it. It's a deal that we solidified with Port Time just about an hour ago after a month of conversations, and we're really very pleased and very proud, and we look forward with great anticipation to what this is going to mean for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. We look forward to it also. All right, so now we have the CTA for an update.
Good afternoon, Eric Sauer, California Trucking Association. Just briefly touch on a few items of note. Our sponsored bill, AB 600, which was the split chassis and repositioning of equipment bill, was recently announced that we were going to make it into a 2-year bill. So we parked it essentially till next year. The reason being is we are working through the issues with some of the folks that have some issues with the bill. Another legislative bill, AB 529, which is the BIT bill, that is being carried by Assembly Member Bonnie Lowenthal. Essentially what the bill does is ties BIT to the motor carrier permit. That just recently flew out of the Senate Transportation Committee and now is in the Senate Appropriations Committee. I believe it's set for hearing in early August. So if all goes well, the new BIT bill the new BIT program would be coming into effect 1/1 of next year. If you recall, it's going to be a performance-based program. Those types of things that would be part of the performance-based program wouldn't be coming into effect for probably 18 months. That is because it has to go through regulations and rulemakings, and that would be from the CHP putting it together in collaboration with industry stakeholders. Also speaking of CHP, working with them on their safety summit, the 2013 safety summit. So if you're interested in providing a sponsorship for the summit, that will be down in Ontario at the Doubletree Hotel immediately following the CTA policy and executive committee meetings. And also we had heard some rumors from some of our members, and I believe it was from the Bay Area, that they had heard that CHP was not going to enforce the interstate hours of service regulations, which you heard that is not true. So we contacted CHP headquarters. They provided us an enforcement bulletin that was sent out to all their field division folks almost a year ago, and so we sent it out an alert to our members just to clear up some of the confusion. So if you need that bulletin, see me, I can send it on to you. If you're a CTA member, you would have already gotten it, but if you're not, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. Also, CTA recently sent out a memo to its intermodal conference, and for the purpose of them to utilize with their customers regarding the disruptions last week. the labor disruptions. Essentially what it was a request to share with customers and ocean carriers on possible late fees and demurrage charges to use more or less guidance on utilizing the delays when you're talking with your customers and stuff, that there was these disruptions last week. So be cautious on sending those fees and penalty fees out there. And other than that, I think that's it. Anyone have any questions? Bill?
The broker bill, what's the status?
Status of that is we are still waiting to hear back from the FMCSA regarding our letter. Although we did hear from some congressional folks last week, they are anxiously awaiting to see what the response is. So what that means is I believe that those folks will be contacting the FMCSA to expedite the response. So as soon as we hear something, we'll send it out.
When is it supposed to take effect?
October.
October.
Yes. So more information to come. Anything else? I have just a suggestion or recommendation. In light of the disruptions last week, maybe moving forward, if there are disruptions that are similar to that, if there could be some sort of coordinated effort on getting the communication to the industry or associations that we could then get out to our membership. I know there was some confusion on if things were back to normal, or if they weren't. We were hearing conflicting reports from our members. So just food for thought on moving forward.
Mike, you want to kind of touch on that?
Yeah, we actually did. We just had a staff meeting this morning and discussed that very same thing. So we'll be coordinating much more timely and accurate messages
Appreciate that.
to the level that we can.
Yeah.
It's kind of a moving target, but we'll try and get information out to the industry, stakeholders, anybody that has cargo coming through the port of Oakland.
Because I believe between us and the WSA, we could probably reach out to quite a few folks.
Yeah, agreed.
All right,
Ralph,
thanks.
just one more thing, this is a flyer for the Bay Area Units Truck Driver Appreciation Day on August 19th. So I'll just leave some flyers back there.
Great, thank you. Any other questions?
I commend you for that letter, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks.